Okay, this is going to be part 2 because I accidentally screwed up and hit stop. So here's a cryptomeria again. This is a spring planted one from last year. It did quite fine. Again, the bronzing is perfectly normal in my climate. It turns green actually when spring comes around. Some other coniferous evergreens I've never really done videos on. This is Skylands Oriental Spruce. Picea orientalis, cultivar Skylands. I'm just going off the top of my head. Really beautiful plant, but perfectly cold hardy. So I usually don't do videos on stuff that's somewhat common and perfectly cold hardy. I have a China fern here, but I'm going to leave it alone. It's first year. I'm sure it's fine. I'm not going to take the wrapping off though. There's my Prague viburnum. No damage. Looking good. Let's go over here to my American holly. So I'm not protecting this anymore. It's perfectly cold hardy. It just does not like my soils because they're not acidic enough no matter what I try. Sulfur, by the way, is the elemental sulfur is the best way to acidify soil. Looking okay. I mean, the leaves are a bit yellow, but it could be as simple a matter as the leaves are just old and they're going to drop and flush out new ones. So I'm not really too concerned about it. Stems are totally healthy, but none of this is winter damage. It's a perfectly cold hardy plant. This is not an evergreen, but it's a jasmine, the most cold hardy jasmine you can actually get. It's called winter jasmine. So I'll follow up on this in another video. Here's another first year cherry laurel that I planted in spring. And I even protected this like the variegated one, and still some winter burn. But again, came from BC, first year, so no stem damage, you'll be fine. In fact, you can even see leaf buds in there that are perfectly green. Okay, now I'm going to pause it for real. Just give me a sec. Okay, Cape Paris Southern Magnolia. Tiny, tiny little bit of winter burn, not much. Could have been just ice that was sitting on it for a while. But looking good. Very healthy. These are some nice Juniperus virginiana cultivars called Gray Owl, I believe. Here's a little hardy orange, trifoliate orange that I planted. Perfectly hardy and no stem damage at all. The leaves are supposed to drop. I'm actually kind of surprised there's still yellowed leaves on it. And I'm going to pause this 1 sec. Here's a nice Arizona cypress I picked up, I'd say, yeah, I guess I got it last spring. No, it's been in there for 2 years. Really cool plant. I love this plant. Last year I had it covered up. It's part of the cactus garden. As you can see, that's obviously covered up. And last year I actually put the covering over the top of it, and it got a little bent, obviously. And so I did not do that this year, and yeah, it's doing great. I have another cryptomeria over here. This is a large tree-growing cryptomeria. It's called Yoshimo. I think it's called Yoshimo, something like that. But again, perfectly healthy. I've never protected this, and it's never received any kind of winter burn. This is something new. This is Elysium parviflora. It's called it's cultivar with yellow leaves and red stems called Florida Sunshine. Little bit of burn. This was like in deep snow, but it should be fine. This one was the largest one. There we go. And this one I actually put a pot over. The other two I didn't because they're deep in snow. but they'll be just fine. Okay, here's two different species of Alyssium. This is Alyssium floridanum, I believe. I might be pronouncing the species name wrong. But I've had these for, I believe, 2 years now. I do protect these because I'm just freaked out about rabbit damage. So I just throw a pot over it, and that's all it needs. This is actually, it's a cultivar called Halley's Comet. It's considered one of the most cold hardy Alyssiums you can get. So pretty cool. Just one sec. Okay, some tiny Japanese akubas. I got this as a 1 gallon. This is Japanese akuba pitcherata. And again, I just put a pot over it. There's 2 plants that are zone pushing on my property that do very, very well. It is Japanese cryptomeria and Japanese akuba. The cryptomerias I do not protect. The akubas I do with very minor protection. I have some larger ones like the long-toothed akuba and Mr. Goldstrike, which is a variegated one. They're under cloth, and I don't want to bother. I want to take them to show you guys this time around. I'll do that in spring just because I don't want to. It's a pain in the ass just to get it with all the wind, get it tarped down. And here's a really gorgeous akuba. Look at that, isn't that nice? That's just gorgeous. I forget the cultivar name. I got this. This is a Plant Delights introduction from Juniper Level Gardens. I will do a separate video on this. And in the comments, I'll put the cultivar name. But just gorgeous. Isn't that nice? And again, this winter, I just put a pot over it. And that was received as like a ½ gallon or something like that. So I'm going to pause once again. Okay, something I haven't done a video on yet. This is a Himalayan boxwood. It's a beautiful broadleaf evergreen. It's like a tall ground cover almost. Gorgeous plant. Got that in spring. This is something really cool that I got from Juniper Level Gardens. It's actually evergreen Solomon seal, which is really interesting. And over here I have some more Himalayan boxwood. It's related to boxwood, but it's not boxwood. And this is actually a cultivar off that, which I completely forget which cultivar it is. Oh, we're having a problem focusing. Really beautiful. Let's see, what else can we do? And this is more evergreen Solomon seal. This one's a little more tattered. This is actually a different species than the last one I showed. And I will do separate videos on these, and I'll have the species name ready, and even the cultivar, if there's a cultivar attached to it. There's another cryptomeria. I think it's called Zinger. My camellias, I'm not going to bother taking them off the protection. Oh, there we go. That's where my Musa Baju bananas lay. There's the yellow foliage cryptomeria. I know it looks dead, it looks awful, but it's just the way it looks. It'll flush back completely green from that brown bronzing look. But maybe it doesn't look that great in the winter. I guess it depends on your taste. It's another Prague viburnum I picked up. And here's my Bracken's brown. Again, I'm not going to protect this anymore. Completely unscathed by minus 15 C or 5 degrees Fahrenheit in an awful December. So I believe, oh, here's another one.